What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and it is again the start of another month. So, it is time to sell some bonds. Let's get to it. Now, if you don't know why we do this, basically go to here into inventory, go to bond, and this is going to be every single bond that you have either excess or pending. Because if you go down here to 4 stars, I actually have a lot of 4-star bonds just chilling that I've fed into some of these units for various reasons, but basically, you're going to sell all of your surplus bonds today. I'm going to go ahead and there's several different ways you can do this. And to get to this screen above where it says, full throttle bond over here, for Tiona, you'll see the little button at the top that says sell multiple right below where it shows the stamina. Now, I can sell either all my surplus bonds or all of my bonds for my 2 and 3 stars. So you know how 2 and 3 star are both selected up there. If I click select all, it'll sell every single bond I've got. I don't necessarily want to do that at the moment, so I'm going to sell surplus. Now, the real nice part is they actually add a 4-star button over here, so you can actually select all of your 4-star excess bonds. But notice now you can't sell all. It will not let you accidentally purge all of your 4-star bonds. You will only do surplus. So let's go ahead and do all of our surplus bonds. And there's actually not very many right now. So what I'm going to do, because I sold a whole bunch there at the end of last month, and we'll get to why that is in a moment if you're new to this. I'm going to go ahead and to sell all, and I'm going to sell all my 3-star bonds. Now I've got some Sieros. Now, Sieros are kind of these white silver gems right here at the top. Dulb are these kind of black gems here at the bottom, and I'll explain why you need these in a moment, but just know that right now, selling bonds at the beginning of every month is extremely, extremely, extremely lucrative. Now, I unfortunately don't have a whole lot right now because we haven't done any summons in a little while, and, well, frankly, I sold a ton of these last month, and you really should be taking advantage of this every month, but I'm going to go ahead and sell all those. Now, one other thing I will say when it comes to Dulb, the black gem up there at the top, if we go down here to some of these 4 stars, there are certain 4 stars that you're never, ever, ever going to use, like, let's see, Festive Blade Wealth. So if I click and hold on him, it'll pull up his information. He does taunt resist and stun resist. I'm probably never going to use that, to be honest. Brave Fighter, Anya. Let's see what she does. Earth physical attack with 50% stun. So she's a stunner, so that actually might be something I'd want to eventually maybe invest in. But see, I've got a ton of 4-star bonds that I'm sitting here chilling and deciding what to do with. Now, some of these are no-brainers, some of these not so much. So I've basically got to decide what I'm going to do with all these bonds. Now, what are we going to do with all these bonds? Well, if you go here into the shop and you go to the Sieros and Dulb exchange, very simply, we're just going to buy tickets. You can buy a bunch of 3-star tickets and 2-star tickets here. Normally I do that at the beginning of the month. It's actually really lucrative because you can replenish some of the bonds you might have missed out. Plus, each and every single one of those has a chance to turn into a 4-star. Or you can go down here and you could buy some CP items. And I really recommend trying to buy out this whole shop if you can by the end of the month. Last month we were doing tons and tons and tons of summons. It's a lot easier. This month I feel like I'm going to be saving a lot, so I might not be able to buy out this whole shop. But Aurario souvenirs are really, really, really important to me because those actually work for all of the crossover units. And those are usually the first thing I buy out because my crossover units are so low. And I'll go into why that's important to me here in a moment. But Dulb, the black gem at the top. If we go back here to the top of this list, you'll see every single month you can buy 1 prism bond of an adventure and 1 prism bond for an assist. Now that is 250 total Dulb. Every single 4-star bond you sell of a summonable 4-star, I should say, will result in 10 Dulb. So that's 25 units that I could sell and acquire those. Now that becomes, for a lot of you free-to-play players, you're probably looking at it going, I'm never going to be there. And I said the same thing. But I'm going to be honest, this stage of the game, you pull a bunch of really old units that you're like, why would I MLB this unit? Aside from, the 50 Iris or whatever I'd get out of that. Rather than the 50 Iris, I would just go with the Prism Bond, honestly. Like, if you can't get a Prism Bond this month, save, and maybe you can get one next month. It's completely worth. It is so worthwhile. I can't even really begin to describe it to you, but it's incredibly worthwhile to acquire these bonds when you can. Case in point, my 4-star Hephaestus that I've wanted to max limit break forever. Technically, I could also get her off these tickets. So, well, not those tickets. I wouldn't buy those tickets. I could technically get her off one of these tickets, either 2-star or 3-star tickets. But if I'm honest, if I don't, then I can just come up here and I could buy those. Now, you can buy the 4-star tickets, but I really think that's a really poor value. Because the pool is so deep, you're more likely going to get some junk that you would just throw back into the pool anyway. And you're spending 5 basically worthless units with the high risk of acquiring another worthless unit. Not really a good value. That said, Prism Bonds, those work for every non-time limited unit, so you have a lot of choices up your alley. Now, that's Dulb. Let's get back to Sieros and all these CP items and why I say this is well worth doing. Okay? I don't talk about CP items. I talk about this like literally the beginning of every month. We talk about this a lot during streams and all that, but if we go over here to the character setting there, the very first tab here at the bottom, and go to character list, then you know that all of these units in here are units you can upgrade. And as you upgrade these units, they get more stats, they get just basically better, and all of these stats actually do they do piggyback on one another. So like in the case of Goblin Slayer, here's level 26 on this one. And if I go to CP reward list, it'll tell me at level 2, he got 10 agility. Here's a fun one. 5 iris there at level 3. Level 4, he got 8 dex. Level 5, he got 5 more iris, so on and so forth. And you'll see there's a ton of iris that you can acquire, as well as Hero Fallen at level 15 and level 30. But he gets all these crazy stats. Now, why do I say that stacks? Well, that is on Leafia's list. If I go over here to Belle's list, and I go to the character list, let's go find Goblin Slayer again. There he is. He's level 33 on Belle. And you'll notice that Belle's is blue, Leafy's is pink. Eyes is actually a little bit different as well. But on Belle's, he gets agility 10 at level 2, 5 more iris, 50 HP, so on and so forth. And all of these stack. So if you want to see this actually work IRL, let's go to the album. Let's just grab, let's say this Belle. This Belle, everybody has max limit broken to this point. Okay? We have him maxed out. Everybody does. Okay? So natively, he comes with HP 3601, easy to remember, and 1638 strength. Keep an eye on those stats. 3601, 1638. Now, if I go into mine, because my Belle's fairly built up, and I sort this by 4 stars. Let's see. Where's my Argo Belle? There he is. Okay. My Argo Belle has 3911 HP and 1778 strength. Where did he get that much? Well, simply put, that's CP rewards. CP rewards add up fast. Plus, you saw there's a ton of iris up for grabs there, so you can just upgrade iris and do all that kind of stuff. It is well worth paying attention to and taking advantage of. Now, that's basically the cold bowl and nasty of how all this works. You want to go in here. You want to grab your... Just go to the bottom here and grab Cassandra. She just upgraded level 26. I'll actually do Freya. Freya needs... If I go here to CP reward list, it'll tell me right up there at the top. She needs 1367 to upgrade to level 26. So 1400, give or take, CP items. How does this work? Well, if I click on Offer Present, you'll see that I've got Dungeon Sandwiches, Books of Knowledge, Single Flowers, Big Bouquets, Books of Nobility. Now, I would also have Dungeon Cake up here, and there's a couple other items like the Aurario Souvenir. The Aurario Souvenir is actually what you need for the crossover units like Goblin Slayer, any of the Kino units, the Attack of Titan units, who hopefully will be getting back in the game here shortly. Those units do need the souvenirs, so it's good to probably farm up souvenirs and hold on to those. If you don't have any crossover units, you probably will really soon, and hopefully they give us more ways to farm them. But most every other unit is going to either do a Dungeon Sandwich, Book of Knowledge, or a Single Flower. Now, notice, there's a little heart on Single Flower. That's because Freya wants the Single Flowers. Dungeon Sandwiches, Books of Knowledge are all 100 CP. Single Flowers are 200. Big Bouquets, that's basically the big item for the single flower. Those are 400. Books of Knowledge, notice those are 100. Books of Nobility are 200. So, for a unit, and I'm sure I can find one here, Cassandra, let's see what she wants. Books of Knowledge, thought so. So now she's actually 200 on Books of Knowledge, and Books of Nobility are 400. So it pays. Pay close attention to this. Use only items that your units prefer, and you will be rewarded handsomely. But let's go ahead and upgrade Freya. If I go back in here, she wants 1400 CP to upgrade to the next level, so I can go ahead and give her 3 big bouquets. That's 1200. That's not quite going to bring us up to the next level, but if I give her 1 single flower, bam, level 26. Let's see what we got here. So she gets 6 more decks. If I do that over and over and over again on every single level, these numbers will add up drastically. Your units will upgrade greatly. Not only that, you'll be able to acquire a ton of iris very, very, very quickly. Now, at level 26, let's see what she needs to go to the next level. For level 27, she's going to require 2,713 CP. So that might take a while. That's a little on the expensive side. That's level 26. If I go down here, unfortunately, I don't think I have anyone less than level 20. Let's look at Kali. She's level 22. Now, to get to the next level, she's pretty low. She requires 1,853 CP. So, the lower your level, the less they require in order to upgrade. If you want to see this in real time, let's go up here to the very top. Let's see Haruhime. She's level 45. What does she need to upgrade? Almost 7,000 to get to the next level. So that's going to take a while. Now the nice part is, once you're above level, I'd say 39, you're kind of in that sweet spot. You've got like everything. Everything above that is kind of like vanity prizes. It's like Iris and Hero Lights and Ascension Fallen and things like that. Hestia is at this perfect spot. Like, I'm not in a rush to get her to level 40. Let's see what she would get at level 40. Okay, level 40 should give me 1 Ascension Fallen. I'm not going to worry about that. She needs 363 to get there. I mean, I could go in here. She requires, I'll just give her 1 big bouquet and level her up. What the hell? I'm not worried about the Ascension Fallen, though. That said, getting her to level 40 will help, and I'll show you one other way. So, you notice that there's Iris rewards in there, right? You could farm up a ton of Iris really quickly, especially with units that are very low level. If you also go out here to Guild, as I'm upgrading these units, you know, level up Bell, CP level 40 times 5. That's going to give me 10 Iris. Take advantage. You can see here, level 29 times 45, I'm going to get 10 more Iris. Level 28 times 50, I'm going to get 10 more Iris. There are a lot of rewards, and it's not just for the Bell levels. If I go down here, Eyes and Leafia all have their CP rewards. If that would stop popping up, that'd be great. So as you upgrade units, you're going to be accruing a lot of Iris. Take advantage. It's totally worth. Once again, that's the beginning of the beginning of the month video we do every single month. So take advantage, guys. Plan accordingly. Now, the only other thing I wanted to talk about are free-to-play units. If I go back here to the shop and I go to the event unit exchange, a lot of people have been asking me what units should I buy out of here, and my answer is the assists. But that said, if you have everybody out of here and you have everybody maxed out or whatever, see, I've got 311 of those tickets. I got nothing I could do with these. All these units have been farmed up. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab Blue Lotus Shakti, and I'm going to max her out. That's going to give me 6 bonds of that unit. So what am I going to do with 6 bonds of that unit? Well, not much, but if I go back here to the inventory, go to bond, and let's go find her. Blue Lotus Shakti. She should be just up here. Here we are. Blue Lotus Shakti. So if I go to sell, and I sell all of those bonds, in fact, if I go to multiple items and I sell all my surplus, you'll see once again, it'll sell all those bonds again. It gives me 50 Sieros per one of those bonds. So now I'm up, instead of 589, I'm up to 889, because I just got 300 free Sieros out of nowhere. So that's more items I could buy, more things I could take advantage of. So every single time that it gives you the opportunity to farm those event unit tickets up in any of the tails, make sure you take advantage of that. If you want to see those in action, let's look here at the rerun tail. Okay. And I actually bought all these out, but right here, event unit tickets, make sure you max those out. They're also in the new tail. I don't think I farmed anything really out of the new tail. That is the gotcha exchange. So there we go. There's 100 of them up for grabs here. That is 1,000 of these items. So make sure you take advantage of that. Farm this to completion. Get those. Because remember, there's 100 of those tickets left. That's, I believe, 50 Sieros per unit. That's basically like 100 Sieros or 1,000 Sieros up for grab. Take advantage, guys. Take advantage. Is it 1,000? No. 100 Sieros up for grab. Anyway, words. Math ain't apparently my strong suit at the moment. But neither here nor there. Tons and tons and tons of event units up for grabs. Take advantage of this, guys. In fact, you could quickly it's 100. It's 100 Sieros because I spent 300 and got 300 back. So I may have done a little bad math there, but it's worth farming these up. That's 100 Sieros you wouldn't have otherwise, and that's more rewards you can get for all your other units. So take advantage, guys. That's gonna be the video. Like, comment, and share. I'll be back at you guys with more Daimachi here really soon.